So going through Ginza, we got to see a lot of the high-end stores like Coach and Louis Vuitton, Prada, and all the high-end type of fashion stores. Then getting off at Asakusa, there is it's more like a more of a temple, and there's a lot of story told behind it when we're heading out there and going to the place where you see a lot of people doing a lot of prayers and a lot of ritualistic actions to get either good luck, good blessings of those type of sorts. Whatever the religion they believe in here is very typically practiced. So looking at the temple, while going in through the temple area, you'll see a lot of shops and it kind of looks like almost like a flea market or a flea mart style, but with more of tourist attraction type snacks and foods and gifts and other type of things there. So after getting dropped off, walking through there, and then getting back out toward the street, before boarding our bus, we actually go upstairs to eat lunch at a little restaurant that serves some very traditional Japanese food. If you like raw fish called sashimi, then they serve sashimi with miso soup, which is the soybean paste soup, and just very typical Japanese lunch. It's not, I guess, scaled down for tour group. It's actually very good quality foods that we actually get to eat as well. So I really enjoyed the food there. Just if you're not really into authentic style Japanese food, just be forewarned, this is very Japanese authentic foods. I mean, like I said, it's raw fish directly that you're eating, and if you're a big eater, you're not going to get a real huge fill out of it. But it was I really enjoyed it myself. So you're going to get a chance to really taste some really authentic foods as well, and prepared properly. There was also another dish called oden and tempura as well. So battered fried shrimps and vegetables. After having a lunch there, then we reboarded the bus and we headed out to a place called Hama-rikyu Imperial Gift Garden. It's a garden that was actually originally privately owned by either the 6th or 7th samurai, reigning monarchy at the time, I guess, and we learned a lot of history about it on driving all the way out there. It's a beautiful garden that you get to walk through that has a lot of water and streams going around in different areas of it. A lot of traditional trees that were cut into like bonsai shapes, and it's got to spend about an hour walking through there. But oh, I'm sorry, actually after the lunch, after eating lunch at the restaurant at Asakusa, we actually caught a ferry boat to the Imperial Garden, and the bus met us there. So it was a 45-minute, or was it 50-minute? But right, it was about a 45 to 50-minute boat ride to the Hama-rikyu Imperial Gift Garden, and we walked through the garden, and where there you get to see a very unique 300-year-old tree, oak tree. What tree was it? Oh, a 300-year-old pine tree that was there. Then we just boarded the bus again from the gift garden and headed out to the Shinjuku district. It's a metropolitan heart of Tokyo type area. I mean, there's large buildings, and we went to the top of the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Office. This is a great sightseeing place, but because of our weather, the sight distance was very limited. Being about 45 stories high is where we went to. It was a 55-second elevator ride all the way straight up to the top in a very small, cramped elevator. Getting to the top is just a sightseeing platform where you can see all of Tokyo in a 360-degree visual loop around that area, through the skyscraper area. From this place, we only stayed probably about 15 minutes at the top, 20 minutes. It was enough to go in and see all the sights that we needed to see, especially because the weather wasn't all that great for sightseeing from that location. I mean, looks like you're almost above the clouds at that point. Going back down, we then boarded the bus to go a few blocks down to a more heavily shopped area of the Shinjuku district. And we did some shopping, walked around a little. We had about an hour and a half to 2 hours to go ahead and just do some shopping and roam around. You get to see the electronics stores, and there's also a dollar store, which is called a 100 yen store there. Pick up some knickknacks and just to roam around and see the shopping district of that area, where it's a very heavily trafficked area. We then met at 5:45 at a certain location that was designated for us to go to a place called a shabu shabu restaurant. Shabu shabu is a style of type of food, the way it's prepared and cooked. The name of the restaurant I do not recall, but the tour guide takes us there, and you get to go ahead. And shabu shabu style food or cooking is basically sitting around a table which has a boiling pot of water, and taking really thin slice of raw meat, dipping it in there, shaking it around. For the name shabu shabu, is like to swish it around. About 3 or 4 seconds of swishing around the meat, it cooks instantly almost. Take it out, you dip it in some sauce that you can just go ahead and swish it around and then eat it. Along with the boiling water, you'll be adding vegetables, and you get to dip that into the sauce as well. And everything cooks, and you just go ahead and eat it right out of there. It's very, very good. Everybody that's on our tour group really enjoyed the food, aside from one gentleman who was actually just sick and he couldn't eat. For the most part though, again, that's another authentic type of Japanese style cooking. It was a very big restaurant, really crowded, and the food quality was excellent. After that, we went back down, boarded the bus, and came back to the hotel. And the time now, like I said, is about 8:30, so I've already showered for the evening. The hotels provide this robe style type dress wear for sleeping. The robe is called a yukata, and it's provided. It was in the bottom drawer of the hotel room, so it's very comfortable and very lightweight. Being that the room are temperature controlled, you get a chance to go ahead and also dress in a traditional Japanese, I guess, robe style clothing. Tomorrow we will be heading out to Mount Fuji, which is probably the most famous landmark of Japan. It's the dormant volcano. We'll be staying in a hotel there as well, or transferring to a hotel there as well. We've been told to go ahead and pack a one night bag, I guess, overnighter, because of the way that the hotel is situated. The heavy luggage is not practical to be used. So those of you who might be thinking about joining this tour in the future, bring maybe a duffel bag that stuffed in your luggage or something, that just to be prepared to go ahead and pack up a one-nighter for when you go to Mount Fuji. We're really excited about going to this location, because there's also a thing called an onsen, which is a bathhouse basically, which is hot spring water that comes from the ground, and you get to sit in almost like a tub with the natural spring water that comes out. And it's a very popular thing in Japan to do as well, so you get to try something different. I'll tell you a little bit more about the details after we go through it tomorrow, but for the one-nighter, the reason being is when we get to the hotel in the other location, the bags actually stay, the big luggage stays inside the bus overnight. Your one-nighter is just to go ahead and go to the hotel for that one night and come back down the next day, and then we'll be off to our next location then after. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this part of the segment, and I will talk to you more tomorrow.